Dried glue.
It's completely cured in there in the bottle.
Oh my god.
Brand new kit too.
Well, I bought it like around Christmas time, maybe like
never used it.
No, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to last, right?
Man,
I know they had a bad
mine
batch.
might be older than
and
that.
I know that they will replace it, but it still
They
sucks.
better.
Because I mean, what if this is all you had?
Yeah. So thank God we have two, because Steve has one as well.
But mine is even older than.
Fresh
Let's see.
package, just opened it.
So is mine. Okay.
Let's see.
Moment of truth.
Oh, I hear cracking
Oh
when I squeeze
no!
it.
Oh my
I mean, the
god!
glue's completely dry.
Oh my god! So shit. Now what?
Definitely not buying one of these for my car.
I gave one of these out for Christmas. I better let
Better
Julio
let him know.
let Julio know. Julio, you yeah, you got to replace that kit I gave you for Christmas. Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a very important episode. I produce informational type YouTube videos, and man, this is one you'll want to share with your close off-road and overlanding buddies. Now, right off the bat, I just want to let you know that this video isn't designed to attack Gluetread as a company. The purpose of this video is actually the opposite. I'm going to tell you how to fix your faulty Gluetread kit, or any kit for that matter. You see, adhesives in a tire repair kit, which typically comes with vulcanizing rubber cement, or the adhesive in the Gluetread kit, are readily available. You can pick these up at any hardware store. So I'll get into what you need to fix your kit in just a bit, but I also want to talk about gear that saved our butts. We went through an ordeal, and without Starlink or my AAA Premier membership, this could have been so much worse. In all my adventure vehicles, I carry recovery gear. And of course, I have the Gluetread kit, which I recently acquired. I bought it for myself and friends and family for Christmas presents back 1.5 years ago. And then of course, I have a tire repair kit. Now both of these will have adhesive. The Gluetread kit has super glue. Yes, that's right, super glue. Now, of course, I had to double check and do some research on the internet, and this is what I found. Household super glue doesn't work. It's too brittle. It hardens like glass, and when your tire flexes, it's just gonna crack and the seal will fail. According to the internet, you want gel type super glue. So Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control or Gorilla Super Glue Gel. So there you have it. Now you know what to buy to fix that Gluetread kit. Now I keep a bunch of recovery sets inside my vehicle. So here is my adhesive or fastener set. You'll see many different types of adhesives, and here is some Loctite Super Glue. So this ends up being the wrong type. Just remember to get Loctite Super Gel Ultra Gel Control or Gorilla Super Glue Gel. These have a rubber toughened formula. And then a side note for your tire repair kit, the rubber cement you need to replace it's the same situation as the super glue. You need to have one that's rated for tire repair kits. So for example, Slime, they make a rubber cement mix, which is a true vulcanizing agent. In the comment section, I am going to link all these items so that you could purchase them on Amazon. We're now driving back to camp. Sun's about to go down pretty soon, so let's try to jam over there. Right here at the split, Steve decided to go left because the road is smoother. My F-150 with Bilstein 6112s takes whoops pretty easily. Yep, just like that. So I didn't really feel a need to avoid this section. I just was beelining it to camp. Steve, are you good?
This side is so much better.
Oh, Steve, did you go the other way? Unfortunately, Steve jinxed himself. While the other side is smoother, there's hidden danger in the tall grass. He ended up hitting a rock, gashing his front passenger tire. We had other things to do before night fell. We didn't swap out the tire until the following morning. While we're driving out, Steve got another flat, this time a pinch flat. This is when your vehicle's wheel comes in contact with an object and either the sidewall is too short or there's not enough pressure in the tire or a combination of the two, and the wheel rips into the sidewall or the bottom of the tire. Here's an example from 9 years ago when I used to drive a Subaru Forester XT.
Babe, your tire!
What's the latest development?
I don't know, I was updating the wife. It might be here a little longer than expected.
Yeah. Alright, so we almost had a glimmer of hope because the Subaru and Toyota lug patterns are the same. 5x114.
Follow you, and then anytime you need to air up, because I have them on road air, so that way you don't have to worry about popping your.
You can keep an eye on it. Yeah, just keep an eye on it. It's slowly leaking, but
Dude,
it might be enough to just keep airing up until we get out.
did we try the Gluetread though?
I don't think it's gonna hold it, because there's no surface underneath the tear
So
to glue to,
we'll totally deflate this tire,
and it's
and then we could try to get under there, right? With a patch.
I like to get out to the ranger station first, or at least.
All right. Yeah, but I think the issue is we're going to be coming across. This is like the roughest terrain in all of Nachi Meadows, and is your tire going to hold up to that?
I mean, if this will leak. I think Gluetread. If the Gluetread fails, it'll like blow out. This will just start leaking.
Okay.
Because it's plugged.
All right.
It'll just leak around the plugs.
All right. So we're definitely going to get we're either going to get myself or AJ in front of you, because during that rough section, I think it makes a lot of sense just to play it safe and
Okay, I think I better.
pull you up.
He's gonna stay behind him, right?
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
an eye on the tire.
Yeah. Yeah, because this could become worse than it is.
Yeah, like it's gonna flex and just blow out.
Never used one of these before.
Never.
Well, now you're gonna see. I haven't either, so I don't think Steve has either. But we have a pretty good idea of how to use it. Sanding down. Comes with sandpaper. This is included in the kit. He is sanding it down here. Let me get a thumb in here real quick.
I'm just sanding the
Oh, got it.
portion. Just make sure.
So you can see right here, we put a thumb into it. See where the blowout is right there. So you saw Steven sanding down this tire. He's trying to flatten out any letters, words, or protrusions. You have to flatten that out completely, and one of these sanding discs that you attach to a drill will not only make sure that the job is easier, but it's going to make sure the job is actually done. So at this point, we discover that the Gluetread glue is dry. We opened 2 packs, same result. Very disappointing. And right here, I am handing Steve some kind of super glue. Are you serious though? Are you?
Yeah.
Can you go to my GoPro and just say, this super glue is what that was supposed to be? Is that true?
I think I've read that. Yeah, the Gluetread
Super
uses super glue
Super glue.
and an accelerant to
So there is.
cure it quickly.
Okay.
So you don't have to wait.
Oh, got it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it contains cyanoacrylate.
Nice. Everyone, buy your super glue if you have a Gluetread kit.
The hell? It's literally just super glue. Crazy.
All right.
All right, push thumb. Hey, AJ, let's get 4 thumbs on this thing. 3, 2.
Thumb that. Oh yeah, look at that. Thumb it.
All right. Nice. Okay, just like the commercial.
It's in. Shit.
What?
I hope it doesn't make it leak on the edges.
Maybe can we spray it here? Let me spray
Tire
the
bead?
let me spray the edges.
Tire bead. out of the bead. That's what I was thinking was gonna happen.
What happened?
Out of the bead, the tire bead.
Did it start to leak again?
Yeah. Let's just go before I start losing more air pressure.
All right. So we continue on, and Steve's tire is actively deflating. So every so often, we have to pull over to reinflate the tire. Unfortunately, the tightest and most technical part of the Wenatchee Meadows Trail is coming up next. Now, while waiting for Steve to periodically air up, we took advantage of the downtime to drive over some obstacles.
You got it. You got it.
I know, that obstacle looked pretty lame, so let's go drive up this.
All right, come at it kind of slow so I can tell you if you're gonna hit or not. You're clearing. There you go. Nice.
And there we go. Definitely a legit obstacle. Steve is aired up, and now it's time to tackle the toughest section on this trail. All right, Abe and Steve, just making sure that you guys heard me. He is waiting for us.
I'm going at like 17 PSI.
Okay, in that case, are you guys pulled over? So AJ, I'm gonna go get up here to warn anyone of that's coming down. I'm gonna stop them, okay? All right, so I got my rear locker on because I'm not.
Are you guys hanging back? We're here. We're right behind you. And okay, you're already there.
There's another one.
Yeah.
There's two more.
Damn, guys.
We got two more cars trying to come down.
No. Yeah, we got it. It's a traffic jam right now. Yeah, and then also we got this. A buddy of mine, he got two flat tires, and one of them's leaking. So he's gonna need to like baby it as much as possible. I think I was trying to get up here to stop anyone from driving down right now. Sure. They're just right there.
Yeah,
do you think?
We'll wait till everybody's by.
All right.
How many cars you got back there?
There's 3 more back there.
Okay.
You know what? Quite honestly, he's also driving a Toyota Highlander.
Okay.
Do you think you guys could back up into here just because less capability, and you might need to use this? You're on the easy line right now.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. Yeah. So let me pull forward, and I could give you guys some space to get out of the way. Okay. All right. I'll just try to get them to give Steve the easy line. Just gotta take this nice and slow. We're all pulled over at the top between the trees. We're gonna make our way down. We'll be off of comms. I'm gonna make my way down there physically. Just follow AJ up. That's a better idea. And then Abe, follow Steve, because I feel like you're probably gonna be a better observer at that tire since you're lower to the ground. Okay, so Steve made it out of the Menachie Meadows, and we are now driving over to the town of Ridgecrest. The other two are gonna head home. I'll go watch after Steve, and he's gonna buy a new tire in Ridgecrest. It is a Sunday today, but I think Ridgecrest does have a tire available. A little update. I'm gonna be using. Yeah, did you want to air up or something? Yeah, sure. All right. Well, we'll see you. We'll show you guys what we've been doing. Like every 8 miles or so, we're doing this.
Using my AAA Premier membership, I have an annual 200-mile tow. As long as I'm present, I can use my 200-mile tow on any vehicle. It could be mine, a family member, a friend, or even a stranger. Steve is no stranger to me or this channel. He's been on many adventures over the past 6 years, and he's taken on some serious trails like Mingle Pass or Flame Canyon. These are level 4 moderate trails, one level away from being difficult. This was his first time getting a flat tire on his adventures.
Heck yeah, Steve. So you got skills. Good job.
Nice work, Steve.
This is the part that's kind of gnarly.
I knew I had to throw in this last part because I anticipate a bunch of people to complain like, Steve shouldn't have been at the Menachie Meadows. Dude, he's taken on way tougher trails, and that was his first time getting a flat, and just bad luck with him getting double flats in the same day.
Got 2 flats. Hey guys, I have 2 flats. I've got 2 problems.
Whoa, did someone say they have 2 flat tires? So this is a situation that we knew could totally happen.
We got two flats here too. Sidewalls, unfortunately, pinch flats. Yeah. Front one's completely torn up. But I'm gonna try to plug this one. Okay. It's nasty, probably unsafe, but it's better than getting stranded out here.
Under 50.
Yeah, once we get the highway though, we got to be careful. Right. Don't want to be going too fast.
Yeah.
But
you just jammed it in there, huh?
Yeah, I tripled it up and then found this one and plugged that too. So.